Hello guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. For today's video, I will teach you how can you expedite or request for an emergency appointment for your US tourist visa or student or exchange visa in order for you to get an available scheduled time, which is the most earliest schedule possible. Yes guys, you heard it right. So please stay tuned in this video. Ping and I make videos from the latest IATF resolution and of course use visa related information. If you are new on my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified of my next uploads. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Alright guys, so I know every one of you really want to have very early schedules possible for your US tourist visa interview and for your student or exchange visitor visa. Okay, so I will teach you how you can get an emergency appointment. But before that, I will share you my experience. Last few days ago, I tried to book for a US tourist visa, guys, and I was able to book for as early as March of 2022. Yes, I'm so lucky. And then after I booked the March 2022, I refreshed the page and try to check again for another schedule, and voila, the next available schedule is June of 2023. Yes guys, so very annoying, but I'm so lucky to get that interview, and I'll secret or how I get that. But anyway guys, so yes, in this video I will teach you how can you avail the emergency appointment schedule, or how can you get a US tourist visa interview schedule as early as possible. Okay, and let me tell you something guys, I also have a playlist on how to apply for a US tourist visa and also how to get a bigger chance of approval for your US tourist visa. You can check the link on the description box below. Okay, so let's discuss one by one what are the criteria in order for you to apply for emergency appointment for your US tourist visa or student or exchange visitor visa. Let's go. Okay, so guys, you can apply or request for an emergency appointment if you are applying for student exchange or visitor visa, if you are applying for B1, B2 or US tourist visa, and if you are applying for business travel, emergency business travel, or your urgent medical emergency, or also funeral or death. So you can apply for emergency appointment if one of that mentioned criteria is on your end. Okay, so important reminders guys, before you apply for emergency appointment, make sure that you reach all the criteria and you have all the requirements that the US Embassy needs in order for you to request for an emergency appointment. Okay, so let's discuss one by one what are the requirements that you need to attach in order for you to request for an emergency appointment. Okay, let's have for student or exchange visitor visa, you can apply for emergency appointment if the program or your class will start in the next 60 days and there is no available interview date in the next 60 days as well. So you can apply for emergency appointment if you have a class in the next 60 days and there is no available interview date on that time as well. Okay, or no available scheduled interview date. All right, but it is only limited for those students or exchange visitor who is applying for student or exchange visa and haven't applied for other visas in the next 6 months and got refused. Okay, so please take note of that. Applicants who have refused a visa within the next 6 months for student or exchange visa cannot apply for emergency appointment schedule. So for example, last 6 months you applied for a tourist visa and you got denied, and now you're waiting for your interview for your student visa, you cannot apply for an emergency visa because you got denied last 6 months ago for your tourist visa. Okay, next one, what are the requirements in order for you to apply for emergency appointment for your student or exchange visa? So there are only two requirements, guys. The first requirement is Regional Form I-120 or DS 2019, indicating start date of program within 60 days. And number two is evidence that you have paid the service fee only if applicable, right? So that's the only requirements that you need to submit if you want to avail the emergency appointment for your student or exchange visa. Now let's discuss the urgent business travel. If you have urgent business travel, guys, you can avail the emergency visa. So what is the criteria? Purpose of travel is to attend an urgent business matter where the travel requirement could not be predicted in advance. Yeah, so could not be predicted in advance. And what are the documents that you need to show and you need to attach in your request? Number one, a letter of invitation from corresponding company in the United States. And number two, you need an evidence of a necessary training program in the United States of 3 months duration or less. So you need the two documents in order for you to request for emergency appointment for your urgent business travel. All right, next. So please take note that if you have the letter must include letters from both Philippine employer and the U.S. company providing training. So both Philippines and the U.S. company should provide a letter for your business urgent travel. And please take note of this one as well. Letters should include detailed explanation of the training and explain why either U.S. or Philippine company will suffer if a significant loss or of opportunity if an emergency appointment is not available. So that's the gist. The letter should contain an explanation that there is a significant loss of opportunity if you cannot avail the emergency appointment. Okay, please take note of that. So the letter should contain that, should have that. All right, next one we have medical emergency. Purpose of travel is to obtain emergency medical care or to accompany a relative. Yes, guys, to accompany a relative or employer for emergency medical care. If you are going to the United States and you want to accompany your relative, grandmother, sister, whatever relative it is, you can avail the emergency appointment, and you can request for emergency interview schedule. Okay, so what are the essential documents that you need? Number one, a letter from your doctor in the Philippines describing the medical condition and why are you seeking medical care in the United States. And number two, a letter from the physician or hospital in the United States indicating that they are prepared to treat the case or to treat you. And number three is evidence of how you will pay the cost of the treatment. So only three, guys, very easy for you to obtain emergency appointment if you are traveling to the United States for medical emergency, or if you are accompanying your relative who will have a medical care in the United States. So let's go. All right, next one, we have funeral or a death. Yes, if there's a funeral or death in the family, you can apply for emergency interview schedule for your B1, B2. Okay, so please take note, the purpose of the travel is to attend the funeral or make arrangements for repatriating the body of an immediate family member. Yes, guys. So what are the essential documents in order for you to process emergency interview for your B1, B2? We have letter from the funeral director stating the contact information, the details of the deceased, and the date of the funeral. And number two, you must also present evidence that the deceased is an immediate relative. Okay, so that's all very easy, guys. If you have the two documents that you can request for emergency appointment for your B1, B2 if the purpose is funeral or death. Okay, next. So guys, that's it. That's very easy, guys. If you are lucky to get approved for your emergency request, you can have the earliest possible interview that you want, and you can process your visa as soon as possible. So I suggest you go ahead now and process all the documents that you need and request for an emergency interview if your situation are all mentioned or if you are qualified for that criteria. Okay guys, so that's it guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps, and if you have any questions or clarification, you can comment down below. I'll try to answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching my video and have a good one. Bye bye guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Bye bye.